tournaments there. No doubles just yet, but everything else is top notch. But that's enough about Germany. We're getting into winner semis of Supahsemmie versus Tatuman, and they chose Smashville for the first stage.
Tatuman getting the first hit.
Yeah, he instantly stopped the up air. Did you see how far he flew?
It is crazy, man. The move is scary. I don't even want to think about how early it can kill.
Supahsemmie being smart using the back throw because it knocks away Luma. But this is why I don't like Smashville versus Rosa, man. Did you see how that Luma got knocked onto the taxi platform and saved?
And even with the up B, it didn't knock Luma away.
Yeah. It's pretty hard, but this time the back throw will do it. Supahsemmie getting some nice combos. Of course, he just does the up B. It's really hard to reset versus Rosa because she falls so slowly. You put her up there, if you go down prematurely, you're gonna be waiting a while before she comes back down with you. Oh, that's an awful place to be, man. In shield between Rosa and Luma.
It's a place of nightmares.
Up air's not gonna be able to do it.
Supahsemmie finding his footing back on the stage. Tatuman staying vigil for those up airs.
And the forward smash finding his mark. Yeah, Tatuman, man, those smash attacks from Rosalina, they're so good. I think they're some of the safest overall in the game. A lot of opportunity to use them because of that fantastic range.
Basically, those. That was some bad DI.
I guess there was some bad DI because I did not see no red blocks and he hit him from like cross stage.
Exactly. But about the Rosalina smash attack. Rosalina smash attacks are okay, but those of Luma, those are even better.
Yeah, I count those with the character. I mean, the solo Rosa shouldn't be smashing, man. She should just be running.
Exactly.
Okay, nice little jab. 14 frame, not enough to get rid of Luma. There it is.
That was the thing we're waiting for.
Yeah, she doesn't have the best landing aerials. I mean, down air is really good. But in terms of the neutral air, it's all a bit slow and a bit specific. I mean, I wouldn't say they're bad landing aerials. But you can't, they're not panic landing areas. You have to plan them. They're good for landing, but you have to plan them, so you can't really use them when you're that close to the back of a Mario Brother head. Juggles by Tatuman. Excellent use of the back throw once again. Oh, smart stuff, using the super jump punch to break out of that jab.
Yeah, without Luma, that jab's not as effective as it normally would be.
This dash attack from Tatuman, getting him in a pretty bad situation. Supahsemmie getting vicious with the down smash, but he's got to be careful. Look at the percent difference.
I'm afraid of a down smash or up smash, not the up air at this moment.
Tatuman is consistently just playing properly.
Luma got saved there by the platform.
And this is like the third time this happened in this game. This is why I just really do not like Smashville versus Rosalina Luma. Not enough for there. One of the few moves that actually kills really late on Rosalina Luma.
I was about to say he evaded that up smash perfectly, but he got hit by another.
Up smash, up smash, up smash. This the only proper conclusion to a Rosalina Luma versus Mario match, as Tatuman takes the lead. Now I just want Sammy to not go Smashville. Seeing him just back throw and just hit Rosalina into that star so often, and it just not working out for him. It's pretty sad.
Indeed, pretty sad.
So here we are. I mean, I think Supahsemmie has a fantastic neutral. This stage makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly. And there are this time no platforms for Luma to land on, which will work in favor of Sammy, I believe. However, if Supahsemmie will be juggled, he will have problems.
Yeah, he'll have a serious problem. There we go, and see now he didn't get knocked off instantly, but there was no platform to prematurely make sure Luma landed.
And this is definitely a good stage pick for Supahsemmie. And let's see how well he will try to take out Tatuman in this game.
Oh, that's bold. Landing on a Rose and smash attack. I like the gimp attempt. It's pretty hard to break through an upper like that.
Fireball to backhand?
Yeah, pretty smart stuff, man.
There we go. And it's still not enough, even with the character as light as Rosalina.
Yeah, I guess that backer needs a little bit of range to be an effective kill option. Wow,
There we go.
He knows that it's really, really hard to punish, and he banked on Tatuman passing out a smash attack. And he got his wish, man. And then the spot dodge up smash. Sandy classic.
Tatuman trying to find his way in the neutral again. Gaining more stage control as the game progresses on. Getting caught up in my own words sometimes.
Mistake missing.
Very patient from Supahsemmie.
But of course, those down air and up airs are frame jabs. If you properly float with them, your next up air can be out at the time the air dodge ends. Okay, nice trade. That's some good damage for Semi.
Racking up some more hits.
Now he's in one of the scariest places to be in the game, but a landing down air makes it happen. That's not an auto shield. And that's important because he's been landing with back air so far. So Tatuman shielded the first hit, wanted to punish, and was met with the multi-hits of the dare.
Tatuman being in a very difficult position right now.
Yeah, he's just taking hit after hit from Supahsemmie.
And there's no platforms to run. It's really great to see how well Supahsemmie deals with Luma on a stage like this. He knew how to deal with Luma, and he actually does so, and it's working in his favor greatly. However, he is losing his first stock right now, so who knows how this will go.
Yeah, you know.
Rosa being a very dangerous character with her up airs, how easily they can kill. But Supahsemmie is of course aware of that.
So when you live till about 167 versus a character like that, you know you made your stock worthwhile. Assuming you're not significantly behind. Oh, and that's enough. No rage required, man. Die to an up smash sub 100%. Supahsemmie.
Right. Keep in mind, this is of course a best of 5, so even though this player still has to win 2 games.
Yeah, that's true.
There's plenty of room to adapt in this entire
This is
set.
winner semis, right?
It's indeed winner semis.
So that means the winner is going to go on to face S1. Duck Hunt.
We are going to Duck
Swan less than put it off. I don't want Tatuman touching that music, man. He's got terrible, terrible taste.
Well, if you mod the game, you could take it out. Replace it with something even more terrible.
Honestly, I would rather have Tatuman's taste in music than some of this awful, unfitting music that these modders put in, man.
I know exactly what you mean. get the weep out of my Smash
Yeah,
game.
man. Well, I just want to play a game of Smash. All of a sudden, I'm listening to a Naruto opening. That's just not okay.
That's not okay, man. It's not
This
cool.
is not Super Smash Flash 2. Get Naruto out of here. So, Duck Hunt. Still legal here, of course, as 7 stages, 2 bands is the best configuration in my opinion, because you completely get rid of the discussion about, oh, but there are 2 pipe platforms. And
if you disagree, of course, with Gijsbeer here, you of course can go to his Twitter and you can rant on there, and he will read it eventually when the stream is finished.
yeah, and I will respond.
He will respond, and he will give very, very constructive arguments.
Yeah, the thing is though, in my opinion, it should never have been Duck Hunt, but it should have been Umber Clock Power to be the 7th stage. There's no reason it shouldn't be legal. Well, there are a couple of reasons, but honestly, in the current meta, I think it will be a very worthwhile addition over Duck Hunt.
I can see your point of view in that.
Anyway, back to the match. Supahsemmie has been having a bit of difficulties getting the proper hits in. Every time he gets that hit on Luma, there's so much stage here on Duck Hunt that she lands. But
And while you were talking, Supahsemmie is returning the damage.
yeah, he's actually taking the lead, especially as Tatuman took a couple of extra % from the hourglass.
And now the back even percentage, never mind. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Watch out, man. There's a Rosa underneath you.
One of these characters is going to throw out the smash attack. It's not going to be this back air. It's going to be an up smash, or it's going to be Tatuman's down smash. Out of a roll.
That is the classic.
Yeah, the classic Tatuman is roll, roll, down smash. So after he threatened the opponent enough, he will do that.
So, and the jab, I think it was jab neutral air. Looking at the way he just flew off, just exploded to the side, basically. And I think that's true, man. I've rarely ever seen people escape the jab neutral air. Spot dodge getting punished by Tatuman. Staying patient.
Tatuman trying to find this opening to take out Sammie's first stock. Getting the up air, but it's not enough yet.
Oh, there it is. With that kind of rage, you're gonna close it out. Tatuman, a 2-stock on Town City. What Town City? Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt, yes.
Which is actually kind of crazy. Because
elaborate.
I think this stage, maybe apart from Town City, but you don't want to go to Town City versus Rosalina and Luma, is most similar to Final Destination, where Sammie won game 2 and he is now going back to. Especially concerning that they didn't use the tree camping at all.
No, there wasn't any of that to be seen in the previous game. But of course, Sammie is going back to Final Destination, as we all know how that worked out previously.
This definitely seems to be his comfort stage, where he does pretty well.
However, after this, if Supahsemmie wins this game, of course, he has to give the pick to Tatuman again. And who knows where Tatuman is going this time? Is he going back to Duck Hunt? Is the same match going to repeat itself? Who knows?
Well, we'll find out if Supahsemmie can close out this game in his favor. So far, he is on his way, taking the lead, 15% to 56, getting Tatuman off stage. Okay, nice little edge guard. Okay, he goes for the big reward, but you gotta have perfect timing for that, and he did not.
Getting caught in these juggles. Ignoring Luma. That's a new.
Oh, double jump expanded. He's got nowhere to go. And he's not using the cape to stall. I think that might be a good option.
Yeah, I haven't seen him actually use it at all during the set.
No, which is a shame, because it's also really fun to to cape the launch star.
But who knows? This game can at least take up 2 more sets. I mean, 2 more games. This set can take up 2 more games. There we go. Had to correct myself there.
It's gonna be really important for these guys to take the first stock. Let's see who can do it.
Taking out Luma again. There's gonna be smash attack, and it's gonna take out one of these characters, and it is Tatuman who's being taken out.
Just as you were saying, Tatuman runs into the back of Supahsemmie's head.
It's something you see very often with these characters. If they want to take a kill, they are gonna use their hitboxes. At least Mario's intangibility frames to get that stock.
Especially Sammie, this guy just knows when you are going to try to come in. That's when he does that step back and up smash.
Sammie's still playing very aggressively. What would you think about, what would you say if Sammie actually tried to be a bit more defensive and actually camp? Because that's something many people here over in the Dutch scene don't do. They don't.
I think you always gotta be at least a little proactive. Oh!
Ouch!
6 spike from Tatuman, catching out Sammie. But yeah, I think you always gotta be at least a little bit proactive, or at least stand your ground versus Rosa. You can't really retreat and camp, because being cornered versus Rosa is one of the worst experiences in the game.
Then again, Supahsemmie is playing Mario. He has the tools to just put the pressure.
He does have it. He does have it, and he also has the tools to get over her.
However, I wonder if Tatuman will actually try to go for the eventually when he goes back to Duck Hunt to actually camp out when he's in the lead. That would be interesting. I
wonder. Yeah,
I don't see Tatuman as a defensive player.
When you're in the lead, you definitely have a lot better time camping as Rosa in this matchup than you would have as Mario. Because being in the corner as Rosa, you know, it's not nice. It's not nice, but your overall just walling tools are so much better. But watch out for those rage up airs. Watch out, man. Almost dying at 30%. excellent super jump punch once again used to break free from the jab.
It's gonna be smash attack, and just as I say, there it is.
There it is, man. If you use it rising as Rosa, Supahsemmie instantly knows that's when he can go in for the up smash.
Yeah, Supahsemmie is recognizing these opportunities for its up smash is very, very good for how the set is going. However, he does have to be in the lead like the last game on Final Destination.
So the possible ban on Duck Hunt, as Supahsemmie lost there harder than he lost game 1. I would imagine that he doesn't want to go back there. Despite for what reason it may have happened. And it looks like we're going to the stage where he lost in game 1. So not feeling it necessary to ban Smashville.
Would you say he actually banned Duck Hunt?
Yeah, I guess. Because the game was just really not close at all on Duck Hunt. Maybe he just wasn't comfortable there. Because I don't think it's particularly bad in that matchup. And there's no doubt in my mind that he actually bent down the city. There's been so many times where he got like up aired at like 30 or 50 and was so far up into the hourglass, but not quite over the edge. On down the city, those would have been stocks. So no doubt in my mind that he bent down the city, and I guess he changed his second ban from Smashville to Duck Hunt.
Anyways, these characters are racking up damage to get their kill confirms going. Again, you see, something I really like about Supahsemmie is how well he deals with Luma. That's something more players should do against Tatuman. Oh, actually, Rosalina in general. He in the Netherlands.
It's like he really knows when to pick his opening, and he always instantly knows what option to pick to hit Luma the best he can. Which is usually a back throw. Unfortunately, if you get caught in those jabs, there's no way getting out.
For a moment, I thought he lost his jump there, but luckily he didn't and still recovers. Now it's all up to...
Oh wow! Look at the range, the horizontal and vertical coverage that spacing of Luma gave Tatuman. And now Supahsemmie's on the back foot, man. You really don't want to go down 3-2 and win the semis. This close to making it to top 3 and being guaranteed in the money.
It's about the money, Sammy. You want to have the money, but so does Tatuman want.
There it is, the drop kick. Not gonna be enough without rage. He doesn't really go off stage for the edge guards, I've noticed. I think he could do it now then. Because back there, that particular angle that Tatuman used was the only option he had after using an aerial. Okay, using Flood to put him in a bad position. Mario not quite fast enough.
For a moment it seemed like he was actually taking a break from approaching him because of Luma, but however, it gave Tatuman enough time to actually shield.
But after 26%, the jump to back air is going to do it for Supahsemmie. Let's see if he can bring it back. So far, Tatuman is in the lead as he took the first stock, and he is making him sweat.
Paying for that whiffed up B with the down smash. That's no good. Keeping Luma close to him, knowing how well Sammy can take out his Luma.
Okay, that's some big hits by Supahsemmie. Well on his way to evening this up. Let's see if he can keep Tatuman at the ledge. Getting hit by a late down air is gonna put him in a pretty bad position, but he makes it back to the ground and gets an up smash to boot. Supahsemmie looks to be getting his footing again. There it is. And the back throw getting rid of Luma, man, from center stage.
For a moment I was almost afraid that it wouldn't connect the back throw, but however it did, luckily.
Yeah, if Luma is perfectly in the center, sometimes the back throw will not knock Luma away.
And that was something, if that happened, it would have been very bad.
And another fearless up smash by Supahsemmie.
Both the characters, again, being in kill percentage of their respective smash attacks. Will it be Tatuman's up smash, down smash, or will it be Sammy's up smash? It's a very close game. Still surviving that.
This is getting down to the wire. It's 100 versus 101 in game 5 of everything. Kill throws are really non-existent until super high percent of the ledge for Rosa. Scary down smash. Not even scarier jab. The gentleman, the next gentleman might do it. Supahsemmie's gotta be extra careful, especially at the ledge. Runs in, gets grabbed. Rosa's not gonna kill him from there.
This is not where you want to be right now.
Ledge versus Rosa, the scariest place you can be. Normal jab, not gonna do it as it sends him diagonally. Woo! What's that up at?
There's only becoming more and more room.
Dash attack, not enough either, and Supahsemmie has just been going from ledge to ledge.
And there it is, the down smash.
It does it. After all the time on the ledge, he saw no option but to roll on stage, and the back hit of the down smash is gonna do it.
Man, this was clutch.
It was clutch, it was close.